Hey guys, BleepinJeep here. This steering box has been tapped for hydro assist. But what does that mean? In this video, I'll explain it to you. So this is your steering gearbox. Let's have a look at it. It's usually hard mounted to the frame so that it doesn't move. Over here you have a steering wheel. So you turn that steering wheel, it's connected via a linkage down here to the steering gearbox. So when you turn that steering wheel, it turns this. Inside here a bunch of magic happens. Basically there's a helical gear and a bunch of ball bearings, and all that is directly connected over here to the output shaft. Now on the output shaft you have a Pitman arm. Your Pitman arm is basically just an arm that has a bend to it, and that Pitman arm is then connected with a drag link over to your wheels and tires. Basically it goes through the knuckles first, but that when you turn that, it pushes the wheels and tires left and right. Now this is a power steering setup. So in here your power steering pump feeds hydraulic fluid into these lines right here, and that helps you in turning. Everything is still connected whenever you don't have that hydraulic pressure and your power steering pump is not working, but with that power steering pump pushing fluid in here, you only have to apply the smallest amount of pressure on your steering wheel to get movement on the output side, so the Pitman arm, and to turn your wheels. That's why they call it power steering. So from the power steering pump, these are the stock input lines right here, but you'll also see that this box has been modified and there are two holes right here. Let's discuss what this is for. So those two holes have been drilled and tapped for hydro assist. Let's see if I can draw a little diagram and explain what I mean. Alright guys, there is your basic steering setup. You've got your steering wheel over here. You've got a rod that comes down to your gearbox. All that goes through some gears in the gearbox to your Pitman arm. Pitman arm goes to your drag link over to one knuckle on the inside of the wheel and tire there. And then you've got a tie rod that goes across and ties the other wheel to that, so that when you turn the steering wheel, it turns the gearbox, turns the Pitman arm, pushes the drag link, that pushes this one, this wheel and tire this way, the tie rod pulls this one this way. Now you add into that your steering pump. Your steering pump pushes hydraulic fluid through the gearbox, making it easier for you to turn that steering wheel. But you can also make this a better system by modifying your gearbox for hydro assist. So let's do that. The first thing I'm going to do is tap and port two holes in the gearbox in just the right spot. Now the next thing I'm going to do is get a couple of hydraulic lines. We're going to come down like this. And then we're going to get a hydraulic ram. One end of the ram is going to mount somewhere to the axle like this. Then the other end of the hydraulic ram is going to mount on the tie rod right here. Let's make some room for that. So you weld this in somewhere. You have some little brackets over here. You weld this on with some little brackets onto the tie rod over here. You put those hydraulic lines in, and that pushes in and out. I don't have an actual one-ended hydraulic ram handy to show you, but basically when you add hydraulic fluid to this ram, it pushes and pulls. So when you turn the steering wheel to the right, it'll push out one direction or pull in the other direction. So in this case, let's see, if you turn the steering wheel to the right, it'll pull that hydraulic ram in, forcing your tires to the right. When you turn the steering wheel to the left, it'll push that hydraulic ram out, forcing the tie rod and the tires to the left. So the next question you may have is, where can I get all this stuff? Well, the lines and the ram, you can get those online in a kit for about $250. If you want to source them yourself, you can actually get it cheaper than that. But the lines, the ram, and the brackets you can get for about $250 at a couple places online. Now the steering gearbox is a little bit of a trickier story. We have a video on how to do this yourself, so you can DIY, and if you're interested in doing that, I'll leave the link in the description for how to port, tap, and rebuild your gearbox. But it's not for the faint of heart. There's a lot involved and a lot of things that can go wrong. So in that case, if you're interested, that's where we come in. BleepinJeep can do it for you. So if you're interested, check out the link in the description below. Let's see, I can't even spell BleepinJeep. BleepinJeep. I can't do that and talk at the same time. So check out the description below for a link. We can port, tap. We have to take the box completely apart, drill it, port it, tap it, clean it, and then put it all back together and paint it. Now there's a couple companies who will do that online for fairly cheap, but they don't open the box up and they don't clean it. Now you can imagine if you're drilling a drill bit into that box, all of the shavings and metal pieces that are going to go everywhere. So you have to get those out, otherwise your gearbox is going to be no good after a couple of rides. So you have to get all those metal pieces out. So in our opinion, you have to open the box. You have to do all that with the guts taken out. Otherwise, it's just no good. So if you're interested, it's $290. All you have to do is ship it to us. We'll do all that stuff I said, rebuild it, paint it, it'll look like brand new. We'll ship it back to you for free for $290 plus the $250 that it takes you to buy this stuff, or cheaper. You can have hydraulic assisted steering and not have to worry about having to fight with your steering wheel ever again. Alright guys, so we made this box just for the video. I'd like to give this away. So if you go to the Facebook page, this is a Cherokee box by the way. If you go to the Facebook page, leave a picture of your Jeep and tell me why you need hydraulic assist. In a week from now, I will pick the winner. Whoever needs this thing the most, I will ship it to you. So check that out on the BleepinJeep Facebook page. Also check out the website BleepinJeep.com. There on the store you can find where we will port and tap and clean and rebuild and all that stuff, these boxes for you. So I appreciate it. Hope you learned something. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe. We'll see you next time.